Welcome to Cloudy Knit Crochet. My name is Lori. I would love to crochet up a storm with you, so please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. In episode 24, I will be sharing another Crochet Along. I think the year of 2021 for me is the year of the Crochet Alongs. This Crochet Along that I will be sharing is by Divine Debris. And the stitch in it is the corner to corner stitch. And I also will be doing a tutorial of how I change colors for corner to corner. Since this year was the year of the crochet alongs, last year was collecting succulents for me, and I call them my babies. Those two pots up on top, those are fairy pots. And they're really fun to make. You just take brand new pots and you break them, and then you shove all the broken pieces in to make the different levels. So I really enjoyed collecting succulents last year. So this year I just got to take good care of them. After taking a quick little tour of all my babies outside, my succulents and cactus, when I saw this crochet along by Divine Debris, the first square in the crochet along was a cactus, and that inspired me to make a whole Afghan to start another crochet along with all my other crochet alongs for this year. So yeah, the way this crochet along is working out, you do one block a month. So it's very manageable to do this crochet along with any other projects you have going on. So this month was January. And then February, you made a rose. In March, you made a leaf. April, you made a mushroom. And one thing I noticed with this crochet along, it's really the amount of yarn you need in these squares isn't a lot of yarn. So this is a really good scrap project to get into your scraps to get those used up. And then this month was May, and it was a daffodil. And then in the next segment for the block for June, I will be showing you, doing a little tutorial of how I go about changing colors in corner to corner. And again, this crochet along was called the 2021 Corner to Corner Plants Afghan. In this segment, I like to share with you how I go about doing the corner to corner stitch, and I wanted to show you my setup. I bought this bag at Michael's a while ago, Worry Less, Craft More. And what I do is I keep all my bobbins in here with all my different colors that I've been using. And I purchased these yarn bobbins on Amazon, and I will leave that link for you below. I find that these bobbins work really good. The size of them work perfect for yarn. In the past, I've tried clothespins or wrapping my yarn around pieces of cardboard. So after all that trial and error, I finally realized I gotta look on Amazon. I'm sure they have some things. So they have these really nice yarn bobbins. So that's what I wind my yarn on. And I always keep this little bag when I do this crochet, corner to corner crochet project. The next thing I wanted to show you what I do now there's a lot of different websites I saw on Etsy where they make these beautiful yarn bobbin holders made out of wood, and they're just amazing and beautiful. So there's another place you could look at if you want to get something more permanent solution. I'm not there yet, so I came up with my own. So I just got a regular basket, and I think I got the basket at the dollar store. And I just used some rubber bands, some twisty ties, a little broken doweling that I had, and I just put all my bobbins on here like so. So when I'm crocheting, I put my basket on the side. Hopefully you can see that okay. And then I have all my bobbins ready to go. So in the next segment, I will show you as I'm crocheting and changing colors with this corner to corner project that I'm working on. Now, another tip that I could give you that I found helpful doing corner to corner, especially when you're changing colors. Right here, I'm working on the daisy square. I always put a little stitch marker on the top, bottom right corner so I don't get confused. I tend to get confused. So I always put that right there. That way I could match that up with my pattern. And then another tip that I found through trial and error is I'll look at my pattern, which is on, most of these patterns are on graph paper, and you're working at a diagonal this way. And in this segment, I'm not going to be teaching how to do the corner to corner crochet. I'm just kind of showing you how I change colors in my setup. So what I do is I look at my graph pattern and I write down my color changes. So as I'm going to be working up here, well, actually, this is the front, and then this is the back of my project. So right now I'm going to be working from here down, and I just write cheat notes, and I notice this is very helpful. In the past, I didn't write down my cheat notes, and I would mess up. I would put, instead of 4 blue stitches, I'd put 5, and then I would have to rip everything out. So now I have my little cheat note. So I'll be doing 1 white, 4 blue, 1 dark gray, 2 red, 3 peach, and 1 white. And when I get to the dark gray stitch, the dark gray hasn't been attached yet. So I thought this would be a good thing to show you how to go ahead and introduce a new color that you haven't introduced yet. So I will be showing you that too. So that's my setup for doing a corner to corner crochet. And then in the next segment, you'll watch me do this 1 row right here. Okay, I did more of a close-up so you can have a better view while I'm working on this row. So my first stitch will be white. So when you are up at the top and you need to work over, you chain 3. And then I always like to unwind some yarn before I start that stitch. So I'm going to go ahead and do one white. Okay, now since I'm just doing the one white, on that third double crochet, I only go halfway because I got to introduce the next color, which is blue. So let me get the blue ready. I'll unwind some of the blue. So this is a pattern where you can't just sit there and crochet and be able to carry a conversation. You gotta, for me, I gotta think what I'm doing. So this is a kind of a project that I do when I'm ready to think when I crochet. So anyway, I'm gonna be doing 4 blue. And what you wanna do is you wanna bring that blue up to the top. And so that's why you just do half of that third double crochet right there. Now I'm going to go ahead and complete the white. So this white stitch right here is done. So then you just put the white aside, and if your yarn here gets tangled up, don't worry about it. So now I'm going to go ahead and do 4 blue. And when I'm doing the blue, you see it right there. And I'm just going to double crochet right on top of that blue. Okay, so there's one. And then I'm working the second one. Sorry if I'm not constantly talking with you, but like I said, I have to think. Okay, now I'm working on the third blue. And it's when I get to that 4th blue that on the last double crochet, I'm only going to do half because I got to introduce a new color. So far I have 1, 2, 3 blue. Working on the 4th blue. Okay, here's that third double crochet. I only do half. Okay, then I go over to my cheat notes, which is very helpful. So now I have to introduce the dark gray, and I haven't done dark gray yet, so let me show you how you add that on. So anyway, you lay it on top, and then you go ahead and you finish off your blue. Then you set your previous color aside, pick up your new color, which is gray, and then make sure you have a tail there to weave in later. And let me show you how I go about adding a color. So I go ahead and I do my slip stitch, chain 2, and then I tighten up that previous color, which is blue. Now what I do is I grab the gray tail and I lay it over the top like this, because now I want to crochet over it to secure that tail down. So 1, 2, and my third double crochet, I only do half of it because I'm going to be putting in another color. So here's the new color, dark gray. Here's the tail. So I kind of make it a little tight, and see how it's hiding back there and you can't even see it. Now, since I have the wrong side facing up, that's where I put all my, and if you watch my other episodes, I call them spaghetti ends. So I keep all my spaghetti ends on the back because eventually I'm going to have to weave those in. So I'm going to go ahead and lay that dark gray on the top. And then I'm going to look at my pattern. So now I'm going to do 2 red. See how messy this is? This could all be spaghetti everywhere. Okay, so here's the end to my red, which I'm going to lay on my back of my project. And here's the continuing red yarn. So I'm going to lay it over the gray. Go ahead and finish off the gray. And then tighten it up. I know it looks kind of confusing, but after you do it, have some practice at it, and you're not changing 4 colors, but maybe only changing 1 color for your first project. That would probably be the best route to go, so you don't get totally overwhelmed with doing so many color changes at first. So now I'm going to go ahead and do 2 red. Okay, so now you see that that previous color is complete. And I will be doing the red stitches right over here, so that'll hide it. And then I go ahead and do 3 double crochets. So there's 1 done. And then I have a second red that I have to do. And so here's my 3rd double crochet where I only work half of it, because I'm going to do, my next color is going to be peach. So I lay the peach over that red. Finish your red double crochet off. Okay, then you could drop your previous color, pick up your next color, which is peach. And peach, I'm going to do 3 stitches. If I'm saying 3 stitches and that confuses you, what I mean by that is this is called, in my head, this is 1 stitch. So that's how I count it. So that's 1 peach stitch here. And then I'm working on my second one. I know there's probably a better word than stitch. It's kind of the word I'm stuck on for right now. Okay, so here's the second one done. And then now I'm working on the 3rd peach. Okay, and then since this is my last 3rd peach, I stopped halfway on that 3rd double crochet. Go ahead and finish it off. And again, the reason you want to put your new color in between after you do half of the double crochet, if you could see here, see how it lifts it up to the top? So it just blends in really nice. Okay, then so my last stitch on this row is white. Okay. And then the way you finish a row, because as you can see, I already got this side done. So now I'm working the top here until I get my square block. So to start your new row, go ahead and slip stitch. And then up here, I like to chain 3. And then you turn your project. And then another thing I do when I'm ready to do my next row, so see how the white is way over here? So now what I do is I take my little contraption that I made and flip it over. So now you have your white over here. And then I'll work a couple rows, and then when my yarn gets really twisted up, then I'll fix all my yarn and get it to lay out nice and pretty and it's not all twisted up. So I do that, I don't know, every third or fourth row, whenever I feel like it, I guess. And so that's how I do corner to corner crochet. If you have any questions, if you would like me to do a tutorial on how to learn corner to corner crochet, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to do a tutorial on how to do a corner to corner stitch. I haven't done very many tutorials, so I'm still learning. But the only way I'm going to learn is if I practice. So if you would like me to share how to do that, please let me know in the comments. So that's how I do it. So here is the June square, and it is a daisy. And I would like to let you know that this Crochet Along is free, and I will leave Divine Debris' website in the description box below if you too would like to do this Crochet Along. If you do decide to do this Crochet Along, please let me know. I would love to share photos of your blocks on my channel. All you would have to do is just give me permission to share your photos and just email me your photos. And my email address is listed in the description box below. Thank you for watching my channel. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I'm having so much fun to share my love of crochet with you. Bye for now until we meet again.